Told that y'all family. Told that y'all family. I'm coming with it. I'm coming with it. I'm gonna put it down today. I'm coming with it. I'm coming with it. Sons of Dawid Iv, brothers and sisters. I gotta put it down for you. I'm just warming it on up. I'm just warming it up right now. Y'all don't lie to you, family. You see what's going on in Ferguson. Hear these words, family. Y'all don't lie. I'm gonna put it down for you tonight. Yahuda. Meditate on y'all with me, family. I'll ride with y'all, the teachers of y'all. I'm gonna give you the word of y'all tonight, family. Bear with me. Remember the words of y'all, brothers and sisters. Come out of her. No justice, no peace with her. I'm going to give you the words of Yah tonight, brothers and sisters. Take these words to heart. Trust Yah. With that said and done, brothers and sisters, I'm coming at this time from the Living Bible. At this time, brothers and sisters, I'm going to start off with the Living Bible and end up with the scriptures. Translation. So it's very important at this time, bro. We're dealing with the sons of Dawid. But I'm gonna open up, I'm gonna add this into this message. It's coming from the book of Jeremiah the prophet. They called Jeremiah right here. On chapter 33, verse 23. I'm going to start off with, these are the words of Yah I'm bringing forth to you tonight, brothers and sisters, at this time. Right here, I'm going to get right into it. It said, Yah spoke to Jeremiah again and said, have you heard what the people are saying? That Yah chose Yada and the northern nation, Yashayel Yah, they had Israel and then abandoned them. They are sneering and saying that Yashayel Yah isn't worthy to be counted as a nation. See, this is what the outside nation was saying. The enemies of our nation. When the nation saw Abiyah cast his people away for punishment. So they went and started insinuating in their mind, we're not worthy to be a nation anymore. And you see that still stands today in the eyes of the people. That's why when we've been taken into captivity, they nationalized us with Negro, colored, black, and African American, and called it 3/5 of mankind. I heard something is going on in Ferguson. I didn't see it on the news. But I got the word. They did not find the police officer guilty. But I've been telling people, along with other people that got their eyes open, there's no justice in America for our people. This is not our nation. Never was and never will be. You will never get justice in captivity, brothers and sisters. These are the words of Yah. He said only justice will come in the land and through the branch of Yah, the Messiah of Yah. These are the things you must know, Fanny, and these are the things you must return back to the knowledge the knowledges of Yah, the wisdom of Yah, that is given through his messengers that he have in this earth even today, that he is raising up at this time for his nation to come out of her. The call is going out into the earth at this time, brothers and sisters, from the green olive tree. The branch from the green olive tree, and soon from the branch of Dawid that will be the sovereign, the ruler of our nation. And as well be a Kohan, a priest of Yah, a high priest. So we're going to get into these scriptures at this time, brothers and sisters, right here. It's very important. Let me read this again. It says right here, in 23, Yah spoke to Urim Yah again and said, have you heard what the people are saying? That Yah chose Yah and Yashael Yah, and then abandoned them, and they are sneering and saying that Yashael Yah isn't worthy to be counted as a nation. But this is Yah replied, I will no more reject my people than I will change my laws of night and day, and of the earth and the sky. I will never abandon Yahudah. See, Yahudi, the people of Yah, they got Jew, but it's Yahudi, or the Yahudim, or Dawid, my servant, or change my plan that his child will someday rule these descendants of Abraham, Yishak, and Yaakov. See, all the descendants of Abraham, the child from Dawid, the offspring. See, Dawid, my servant, Abiyah made a promise to him. He said, my servant, or change the plan. See, it's in Abiyah's plan. So now, see, the throne seat will always be called Dawid. That don't mean Dawid had to be there. But it will always forever be called Dawid, the seat of Dawid, but it's his offspring will be ruling and be the next Messiah of our nation, brothers and sisters. Right there. That's all y'all saying. It's his plans. See right here, it said, Dawid, my servant, or change the plan that his child, see, will someday rule these descendants of Abraham, Yishak, and Yaakov. Instead, I will restore their prosperity and have mercy on them. These are the words of Yah I share with you as we go chapter 10 and show you something. How we must get back in the line of Yah and obey Yah and start practicing in the ways of these nations, brothers and sisters. That is very important. See, the nations, remember on Psalm 83, they plotted and planned to try to do away with our name. See, even acknowledge us as a nation. That's why they call you Negro, colored, black, African American. There's never been in history such thing of a nation called none of them terms. See? So keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. They call you an orphan when they say things like that, brothers and sisters. They put you in that category to suck you into their nation where they will always have control over you, rule you. You see what's going on in America. Just like I heard Barack Obama came up there and said, this nation, it was formed under a rule of law, under their law. But this never been our government. Remember, we came here under the forced rule of the Vatican. That's where the rule comes from, the little horn. You got to know these things, families. Then I'll tell you these things there. The little horn will rise up from out of the fourth beast. Greek, yes. But it's still the same extension of the fourth beast. It will rise up persecuting. And it's like they was winning for a period of time the people of Yah. Not no Christian. Get over that religious mess. It was always an attack on the people of Yah. Well, Abiyah cast them out of the land for punishment for a period of time. He said, because our people were loving their enemies, but not loving Yah, who loved them and gave them everything. So he said, since you love them, I'm going to cast you out among your lovers. Then you're going to see how much they love you, which they're not going to love you. You see that, brothers and sisters? They did all manner of evil things against you. Everything Abiyah said, they will not care for the young, the old, the sick, the lame, the blind, the crippled of our nation, brothers and sisters. You see that? Nobody will stand up for you. Nobody will redeem you of this earth. Only one redeem you now is Yah by his word of righteousness through his righteous branch. That will will bring you back to Yah through the will of Yah. Through the righteousness of Yah. Not no righteousness of his own. But of the righteousness of Yah, you will be redeemed back to Yah and have rest in Zion, brothers and sisters. I'm doing this. I'm making this plea go out to my brothers and sisters at this time, that you may receive the knowledge. Don't miss my next video. That is so very, very important to our nation. Because right now I'm showing you the establishment of the headship of Yah, and how under the headship of Yah it will be ruled by the branch of Yah. A man from our nation will rule over. Right here. So it's going to be a man. So get out of your mind. I don't follow man. You don't follow the wicked man, the unrighteous man. But if you don't follow the child of Dawid, his son, you will all likewise perish. Because I'm giving you the words of Yah right here, brothers and sisters. Let me go back again. It's so important that I repeat this once again. The Psalms, not Psalms, it's on my mind. But in 33, right here, let me give me a moment, let me get there, brothers. In 33, right here, it's so important I must read it again. In 26, right here, I'm going to read a portion of it. It said right here, it said, let me get my focus. It said, I will never abandon, see, Yahudim, the people of Yah, his people, or Dawid, my servant, or change the plan. See, it's a plan in operation that his child will someday. See, why he says someday? Because remember, over 2,000 years, more like 2,500 years, no child of Dawid was on the throne, brothers and sisters, since the time of Babylon. Since the time they got expelled out of that land and went into captivity of Babylon, no king, no child of Dawid was on that throne, brothers and sisters. Since the king Zechariah, not one. But that's why he says someday, according to his plan, the plan that his child will someday show his son is in the earth. The family of Dawid is in the earth. The offspring. Why do you think they're going about killing our people and try to downcast us? Try to get us to forget who we are. And we did for a period of time, but now we know again. Now we know who we belong to. The royal bloodline is still in the earth of Dawid, brothers and sisters. And being reformed again as I speak unto you. So right here, brothers and sisters, this is to the utmost important. Don't overlook this. He said, Dawid, my servant, or change the plan. He would not say he would not abandon, would change his plan, that his child is so plain. It's not Dawid. I know a lot of people say it's Dawid. No, it's his child. The throne of Dawid will always be named after Dawid. But his child is the next Messiah, not Dawid himself. It's his child, his son, his offspring. A new branch from the seed of Dawid going to reign on the throne and have rulership. So let me get that part right there and get into the deep into the message. The child will someday rule these descendants. See, the descendants of Abraham, Yishak, and Yaakov. Instead, I will restore their prosperity. See, our wealth is coming back. And have mercy on them. These are the words of Yah. So keep that in mind. These are things we've got to form ourselves together. Because, see, religion causes us to separate. And it causes our hearts not to be tied to one another. And our minds. Because we go around and arrogant and proud out of deception. I'm not getting on nobody, but I'm telling you what took place. But a mind, which is the seed of Dawid, we're going to follow and going to have the rulership over all the seed of Abraham, Yishak, and Yaakov. But it's going to be in righteousness and love. So don't look at it as it's a forced thing. It's all done in the love and the mercy and the compassion of Yah. The seed of Dawid going to know how to rule with the righteousness of Yah. That's why my next video, I'm calling all the counselors, the wise counselors of Yah. I'm not going to get too much in that message right now, because I don't want to overshadow that message with this. So right now, let me go right here. Because it's so important, brothers and sisters, the plans of Yah, the words of Yah. I'm giving it to you so you can know it so plain and simple, brothers and sisters. Right there in chapter 33, it's so plain and simple, showing you it's not going to be Dawid who's going to rule on the throne. Next, it's his son. Plain and simple. The throne will always be called Dawid. Remember, you're reading from a lot of different translations, and they word it the way they word it. It seems like that's why you got to put it all together. Like they talking about Dawid going to be here. Well, we said Dawid, it's talking about the thrones of Dawid going to be here. But his son going to be reigning on the throne of Dawid. That's what you got to know. Plain and simple. So right there, that's the part of the Father plan. So right here, we go into chapter 10. I'm going to start off with verse 1 at this time, brothers and sisters. It say, hear the word of Yah. Oh, I'm still in the book of your Reem Yah. They call Jeremiah. Oh, Yasha. Yes. So very important. Say, hear the word of Yah. Oh, Yasha Yah. Don't act like the people who make horoscopes. So they make the horoscopes. And they take Aquarius and all these type of things. They go and give you the signs of the stars in heaven. So let's get it said, don't be like them. And try to read their fate. See their end, their outcome, and future in the stars. Don't be frightened by the predictions such as theirs. For it is all a pack of lies. Plain and simple in the end. It's a dead, now we must move on. It's plain and simple right there. It's a their way are futile and foolish. They cut down a tree. This for your Christmas believers. Plain and simple. These acts have been going on for many years. Thousands. They cut down trees. This writing came over 2,700 years ago. They cut down trees and carve an idol and decorate it with gold and silver and fasten it securely in place with a hammer and nail so that it won't fall over. And there stands their God, which is their idol, like a helpless word God and idol. See, they got a little g, but the big G and little g is still the same thing. It always referred to as idols, but they added this word into the text, God, but it's idols, images, prezels, shemel. Idols, images that they bow down to, like a helpless scarecrow in a garden. It cannot speak. It must be carried, for it cannot walk. Don't be afraid of such a idol. See, they got God, but an idol, for it can't neither harm or help, nor do you any benefit. How far I'm going to go down with this? 4. Okay, I read 5. I'm going to go down. Now, so let me drop down to 23 real quick so I can get deep into my message. I'm going to drop down to the 23rd verse and read the 23rd and the 25th verse. Right here. It says, "O Yah, I know it is not within the power of man to map his life and plan his course. So you correct me, Yah, but please be gentle. Don't do it in your anger, for I will die. Pour out your fury on the nations who don't obey Yah, for they have destroyed Yashael Yah and made a wasteland of the entire country." See, these are how our people used to pray back in the day, the prophets. They seen what the nations done unto the people of Yah. Brother and sisters. When we turn about the Abiyah and honesty, these prayers of Yah will be heard by Yah on our behalf. As I'm going to go to the prophet book at this time, Isaiah chapter 4. Isaiah chapter 4. I hope I can get all this in one video so I can move on to my next video about the counselors of Yah, the wise counselors of Yah. So right now I'm going to go to chapter 4 of the book of Isaiah. His real name is Yashael right here. They got Yashael. So right here, Yah save Yah. So right here, chapter 4 and verse 1 to 6. I'm going to go with that this time. I'm going to get right into it. It says, in that day, 7 women, there's a very important prophecy, because in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we shall eat our own food and wear our own clothes. Only let us be called by your name. Right here. To take away our reproach. See how they honor. In that day, the branch of Yah, see, shall be splendid and established. See, so in that day, in that time period, there will be few men left on the earth. That's what it's showing you right there. 7 women will ask one man, can they come under his headship? So in that day, the branch of Yah shall be splendid and established, see, esteemed, exalted. And the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for the escaped ones of Yashael Yah. You see that? For the escaped ones of Yashael Yah. So we got the branch of rights. I just want to look back at this translation real quick and see how they have it in chapter 4. That's a very important. So in this time period of the branch, I showed you that earlier in other videos that we're going to be saved. And I show you how we're going to be delivered by the will of all. This is the plan of Yah. And the plan of Yah is for the child, the son of Dawid, to rule his people. Yes, to lead his people. Put it that way. Right here, let me cover this right here. In Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1, say, at that time, a few men will be left alive, that 7 women will fight over each of them and say, let us all marry you. We will furnish our own food and clothing. Only let us be called by your name, so that we won't be mocked as a old maids. Those whose names are written down to escape the destruction of Yashalom will be washed and rinsed of all of their moral filth by the horrors and the fires. And they will be Barak Kodesh people. You see that? And the land will produce for them its luxurious and bounty and its richest fruits. And then Yah will provide shade on all Yah Shalom, over every home and all its public grounds, canopies of smoke and clouds throughout the day, and the clouds of fire at night, covering the honored, or they got the glorious land, protecting it from daytime heat, from rains and storm. These are the words what I'm giving you right now, brothers and sisters, that you can meditate on these things. I'm going to go to right here and read Isaiah chapter 11. Isaiah chapter 11 at this time, Isaiah chapter 11 verse 10 to 14. Right here. It say, in that day there shall be a root of Jesse. See, Jesse was the son, the ancestor of Dawid, his father, standing as a banner. See, a root of Jesse, standing as a banner to the people. To him the nation shall seek, and his rest shall be esteemed. See, there it goes again. You see that again? Will be lifted up, exalted, and it shall be in that day that Yah sets his hand again a second time to recover. Give me a moment. It said, and it shall be in that day that Yah sets his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people who are left from Asher, from Mizraim, from Patros, and from Cush, from Cush, from Elam, and from Shinar, from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. How far I'm gonna go down? Okay, I'm gonna go down to 14. So keep that in mind. He's gonna be as standing as a banner, a sign to the people. And he shall raise a banner. See, the branch of Yah, the root from Jesse, and he shall raise a banner for the nations, to gather the outcasts of Yashael. See, he gonna raise a banner, a sign. Even see this banner, a sign, gonna be for the nation as well, to help. See, to gather the outcasts of Yashael. These are the plans of Yah. I'm showing you, fan, that you may know, dealing with the deliverance of Yah people. You showing you how we return it back home, back over to the east. See, and assemble the dispersed of Yah from the four corners of the earth. See, Yah is just not in the west, but in the four corners of the earth. And the envy of Ephraim shall turn aside, and the adversaries of Yah be cut off. You see that? The enemies of Yah are going to be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Yada. They got Yahudah, and Yada not trouble Ephraim. Keep that in mind. I'm going to read verse 14. But I believe 14, I will say that for later, because it's very important that I get into 14 later when we get together. So I'm going to cut it off right there for that, brothers and sisters, and go to, I got a couple of minutes left, I'm going to go to Isaiah 58, verse 10 to 12. So keep that in mind when I'm giving you, brothers and sisters, the orders of Yah, the plans of Yah, how this branch go lead and guide all the people, and even be a banner, a sign for the nation to rally to help our nation, to bring us back home, back over to the east, brothers and sisters. And we're going to come together and unite as one. See, these are the things you must know for our nation, brothers and sisters. So right here, chapter 58, verse 10 of Isaiah. Verse 10 to 12, I'm going to read right here. It says, if you extend your being to the hungry. See, this is to our nation. This is the kind of heart we got to have, fam, towards y'all. We got to be able to help the hungry, the helpless. That's why I've been trying to tell y'all, help me. Help me where y'all can help you. And we can help each other. Because when you're helping me, you're helping yourself. When I say help me, I'm talking help guys unite with me, come together. We got to do the will of Yah. Right here. He said, but these are the words of Yah. He said, if you, see, this is up to each individual of our nation. If you extend your being, see, that means everything in your mind, your heart, to the hungry and to satisfy the afflicted beings, then your light shall dawn in the darkness, and your darkness be as noon. Then Yah will guide you continuously and satisfy your being in drought. See, even in drought, He's going to satisfy your being and strengthen your bones. See, bring healing to you. And you shall be like the water garden and like a spring of water whose waters do not fail. And those from among you shall build the old waste place. See, this is talking about our nation. The old waste place that been destroyed by the enemy hands. And you shall raise up the foundation of many generations. You see that? And you will be called the repair of the breach and the restorer of the streets to dwell in. These are the words of Yah, brothers. Take it to heart. All of this honor, esteem will be upon you when you obey Yah. Even in helping the ones in the nation that call for help. Like I'm calling you now and I'm pleading out to you. I'm begging you to obey Yah. When your heart do this, because of the first thing first, we got to help our own nation. The first thing first, we got to rally together. I've been telling you this. It's all in the words of Yah, what I'm showing you. It's there. It's written. But if you be stubborn, you're going to be broken. Even by your own enemies, brothers and sisters, that you see what goes on now. And get no justice in this whole earth. Justice only comes in one place. And that's back in Zion, in our own homeland. When it be passed back into our hands, brothers and sisters. And I got the plan of Yah and how it's going to be all done. Because the branch of Yah going to rule the nation of Yah. This is what you all got to get, brothers and sisters. This is what you all got to humble down to. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how long you've been studying and reading these scriptures. If you're not the branch of Yah, it's not 5, 6, 7. Everybody else got to fall in line with the branch of Yah. That is the child, the offspring of Dawid from the plans of Yah. With that I say, Todah Yah.